Well, thank you, Relly, and I appreciate it. And thanks everybody for coming today. We're going to try to wake you up a little bit. It gets that time of the day when everybody has maybe had a long trading day, and everybody just it turns into starting turn into nap time. So we're going to talk about something a little bit different today than maybe some of the other presenters have been talking about. I know that a lot of you like to see charts and you want to see indicators and you want to see winning trades and you want to know how to place a trade and basically enter and exit a trade with a profit. Okay, this is what we all want. And most of us, particularly new traders and traders that still believe that there is an answer out there, are looking for the answer on trading charts. Okay, now there is a lot of information, including what we provide for you at the Intentional Trader. We have some very simple indicators, some very simple trading methods, very easy to understand. But just like anything else, in order to get good at anything that takes a skill, you need to develop a good system of practicing this skill to make it to where you get to a point where it becomes automatic. Okay, so we're going to talk about some of that today. If you want to see charts and you want to see indicators, hang in there. We'll show you a few, but Saturday we're going to have an event that we want to invite you all to, where we'll just overwhelm you with all kinds of charts and indicators and show you trade setups, and within about 5 or 10 minutes you will have enough information to know and understand exactly what it is that we do and what it takes to learn what we do. So what I'm going to teach you today, although I'm going to talk about it around our system and our products, because this is what we teach on a daily basis, you can take the information I'm going to give you today and apply it to any trading system that you want to apply it to. Okay? I'm going to teach you how to learn to be a better trader. Okay? That's what we're going to talk about today. Now, this Saturday, I talked about this Saturday, on the bottom of every slide, let me grab my little pointer. Everybody can see a red dot here, right? On the bottom of every slide, you're going to see this registration page here. At any point, now, if you go up here with your mouse right now, this is a clickable link. All right, everybody, you can click right on that link, or maybe Lisa or Connor, my associates, will put it into the chat, and you can click it from there. But right here on this slide, that's the cool thing about Omnovia. If you click on the slide right where my red button is, you'll go to the link to register for this Saturday event. All right, it's on every slide. Okay, it's 11 a.m. Eastern time. We're going to go over. We're going to expand a lot on what we're going to talk about today. All right. So first thing about me, as Raleigh mentioned, I started out as a contractor. I got bitten by the trading bug, like most of you did, I was very intrigued, and it looked on the surface so easy, right? You got these charts going up and down, price going up and down. You just need to know when it goes up, when it's going to go down again, and you push the button, and that's all you need to know to make money. All right, so that intrigued me. Now, that got me involved in trading. And I thought, because I'm so smart, that I'm going to learn how to trade, and I'm going to stop being a remodeling contractor because of all the headaches that are involved in running a small business, particularly a remodeling business. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and learn how to trade. Of course, because the internet has all kinds of information, right? So I just need somebody to tell me when to push the button, and I'm going to be a professional trader. Well, after 7 years and tens of thousands of dollars lost, I found out that I can do a lot of things well, and apparently trading's not one of them. So maybe it's just not for me. Then something big happened. Okay, I had an experiment that I tried, and we talk about this more on Saturday if you want. Since then, I've been a professional trader for a little over 8 years. I became a trading educator, system developer, and an indicator developer. But more importantly, I'm able to help people learn how to become better traders. That is where I get the most thrill out of my day, the most fun. Trading to me is a job. That's something I do from 8:30 a.m. until noon every day is I trade. Now, and I run a trading room and we talk about the trades and we have a lot of fun in there together. But that's not my favorite part of the day. My favorite part is when I get to help other traders that are coming along learning how to trade. Even better, traders that have been struggling for years and we're able to help them overcome some hurdles that maybe they weren't able to overcome in the past. All right. So here's the event on Saturday. Again, we're going to talk about our bunt trading style. We're going to talk about the step-by-step process of qualifying our bunt trades. And this is as difficult as it gets. For those of you that want to see charts and indicators, this is pretty much as difficult as it gets. You see this chart here? That's a trade setup. All we're looking for is a confluence of indicators that pop up all at once, and you enter a trade. It's really simple. You don't have to be exceptionally intelligent. You don't have to know a whole lot about trading to know and understand how to do this. So all we have to do is show you when to enter a trade and when the setups are the proper setups for you and your risk tolerance levels. Okay, it's not the same for everybody. Your risk tolerance levels are not going to be my risk tolerance levels. I've been trading for years. Your risk tolerance levels should be different than mine. We'll talk about that on Saturday, okay? So that's this Saturday, 11 a.m. Anytime you want to register, you just click right here on any slide. It's on every slide. Now, if you've got questions along the way, today or later, there's Lisa's email. Again, if you want to send an email with a question, click right there, and Lisa will get back with you, okay? All right. So many of us, and I remember specifically doing this for so many years, I would be late at night working at my trading, okay? Wife would go to bed, kids would go to bed, I missed dinner, I was working at my trading because I was determined for years I was going to get better at this trading thing. So what did my working at my trading consist of? Well, what it was, generally speaking, was reading forums and downloading indicators and applying indicators and different utilities to my charts and building more and different charts and trying different instruments and trying different lines and lots of straight lines and wavy lines and all of these things that I kept reading about and hearing about that I need to have on my charts. I need to be looking at. In order to do that, I ended up with something that looked like this. Now, when people walked into my office, whoo-wee, man, they're impressed, right? It's impressive. Look at all that stuff. I mean, you got to be really smart, right, to know and understand what all that is, so it's really impressive. Do you know what? After 7 years, I couldn't trade any better with all that stuff than I did the very first day I started. I was no more successful. Although I knew a lot more stuff, I had a lot more information. Not much of it was really knowledge. Okay, it hadn't been committed to knowledge because I hadn't completed the learning process. All right, we're going to talk about that. So, this was me, and I'm looking at all of my stuff, and I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm still not a successful trader. Maybe I need more charts. Maybe I need more indicators. Maybe I need more monitors. Maybe I just need more stuff. I need another trade room. I need another book. I need another, it's always more. You keep thinking, you keep throwing more stuff out there. You're going to come up with some magical potion that, I had to mute my mic. I didn't want to cough all over you guys. I was going to come up with something that suddenly, that one day, bam, it was all going to be easy. Okay? I suspect that most of you, having interviewed and talked with hundreds of traders over the years, most of you see or hear something familiar in that. All right? So now let's talk about something that don't believe everything you think. I thought I needed this stuff. I thought that the answers to my questions, the answer to my problem, The answer to this trading dilemma was out there somewhere. Okay, that's what I thought. I just had to keep going out there and looking for it, throwing it on a chart, glance around at it for a while and go, okay, yeah, I kind of like that, I'm going to leave it over there. Or listening to everybody that I thought was smarter than me, right? This is a strange phenomenon in trading. For some reason, we all believe, because on the surface, trading looks very easy. On the surface, this is what gets us all interested in trading, right? It looks really easy. So we come in with these preconceived notions, assumptions, and expectations about trading that become the foundation upon which we try to build a trading career, right? But we don't really learn anything that way, all right? There is a process of learning that for some reason we decide we want to skip in trading. We try to skip ahead. We want to do it the fast way, okay? So there are levels of learning. And so we have the very first level of learning, which is unconscious incompetence, which means that we don't know what we don't know. So the first time you see trading, you see a chart, you see stuff moving up and down, and what's behind all of that, we don't know. We don't really know. But it's the first step maybe to getting us interested. Then as we learn more, we become consciously incompetent, knowing, okay, well, there's a lot of stuff here. There's a lot of information. Maybe you've started going out and Googling day trading or just trading or watching videos, and you realize, holy cow, there's a lot of stuff that I don't know. Now you realize how incompetent you are. Then we come to conscious competence. Okay, so you realized you're incompetent, so you work at it. And you become consciously competent, meaning you know what you know. Then you get to a level of unconscious competence, meaning you don't really have to think about what you know, you just act. Okay, and then the final level is shared competence, and that's when you get so good at something that you share it with others, and it's actually part of our mentoring program. We have a whole program where we mentor some of our traders. We can only do a few at a time because it's a very intensive program for our mentors. But it's an interesting phenomenon to watch our mentors mentoring other people, and they become better traders. Okay, so it's all part of the learning curve. We generally, our traders, are trying to short step this learning curve. We don't want to go through all of these steps because we believe that trading is easy, and we're continuing to labor under these beliefs. All right, so better example, unconscious incompetence. All right, so we all drive cars, right? For most of us are car drivers. So this is a good example. So here's a kid, he sits down and he has seen, although he's a very little baby, he has seen, well, let's see, when the car moves, somebody's got their hands on the steering wheel. So that's where I put my hands in, and maybe the car will move. Okay, so the kid doesn't know what the kid doesn't know. So something has to happen. Need some sort of feedback, some sort of information, other information. Oh, this does this. Oh, well, this thing does this. So then you get to a certain point of conscious incompetence. Say, okay, now I know I have all of these things that go into driving, and even though I know all of this goes into driving, well, I'm still nervous about it. I still don't know how to make it all work together. Okay? Then the next thing is you do it over and over and over again. You start practicing. And you become consciously competent, meaning you learn how all these things start working together. You learn how to make better decisions. You learn how to do things safely and defensively. But you have to consciously think about each step along the way. Okay? You have to say, okay, well, this is coming up now, and so I have to do this. Oh, I need to take my foot off of this and put it over here. You know, you have to think about these things, but you're becoming more and more competent. And eventually, after experience of more and more and more experience, you get to unconscious competence. All right, you're driving along, you're talking on the phone, you're putting on makeup, you're eating something, you're steering with your knee, you're probably speeding and texting at the same time. And you still manage, although I don't recommend any of this, you still manage to get from point A to point B, and you never really thought about all the things you did to get there. All right, these are the stages of learning. We're not going to talk about the teaching part. But these are the stages of learning that all of us traders are trying to skip. All right? Now, most of us have probably determined, okay, I came into trading unconsciously incompetent, meaning I didn't know what I didn't know, and very quickly I became consciously incompetent, meaning, okay, I know there's a lot to know, and I don't know anything about it. I'm real nervous about trading, but I'm going to go out there and I'm going to start collecting information. Okay. But the hardest thing that we struggle with is the conscious competence, because it takes practice. Now, most of us think of practice as sitting down at night, putting indicators on charts, shifting things around, trying different time frames, trying different chart types. We think of that as practice. That's not practice. Okay? That's playtime. That's trying different things. That's trying to develop your own trading system when there are hundreds of them. Well, a lot of them, you guys have seen a lot of them today. Successful trading systems. But we're inclined to go out because it doesn't come to us like real fast. We're inclined to go out there and try to get more stuff, more indicators. Let me try to see what I can do to change it, to make it easier, even though people have worked hundreds or thousands of hours creating these trading systems that work, that have an edge, like the one that we have at the Intentional Trader. We have a very simple trading system that has an edge, but people are looking to short that by skipping the need to practice. Just show me when to push the button, right? Rob was talking about how important it is to practice. Now, this is all about, I'm going to show you how to practice. That's one of the problems that most of us don't know. So we're going to go to the practice, then with experience, we become unconsciously competent. This is where you need to be a professional trader. You need to be able to act with unconscious competence. The most critical components to learn anything. And I know many of you are sitting there going, would you just shut up and show me charts? You're missing it. You don't understand what it is that you don't understand. You don't know what you don't know. That's one of the problems that we have with a lot of traders that come in, that visit with us in the trade room, or that send us email. You don't know and understand what you don't know, and so you're still at that level of conscious incompetence, or even or unconscious incompetence. You don't know what you don't know, but you keep trying to do the same things. Okay? We're going to factor in experience and practice, but you've got to have to make the assumption that you're using a trading system that has an edge. You have to know it has an edge. All right? We do at the Intentional Trader, and that's the whole point of all this. We have a system that has an edge. We exploit it every day. Well, I'll show you the edge. It's real simple. Okay? Now, ideally, I could just sell you a box of experience. If I could box experience and sell it to you and say, this is all you need. You need our indicators, you need our trade room, and you need this box of experience. And with that, you're going to be a professional trader. Well, I can get you the indicators and the setups and the trade room. There's nothing I can do about the experience. Or better yet, the experience, I'd rather sell you a box of confidence, because that's what it takes to be a professional trader. So how do you get confidence? Practice and experience with anything. All right? With anything. So how do we do that? Well, how many people here have used NinjaTrader's market replay utility? Perhaps you've tried to use it and you've run into some problems. It's not always the easiest thing to use because it can get stuck because you don't really know and understand what you've loaded. You give it too much information or not enough information, and it just sticks and it doesn't tell you why. So most traders will tend to see market replay and think, oh, well, that's a cool tool. Use it a couple of times and go, it's not real. I want to just go trade in the during live trading session. Live trading session is game time. That is not practice time. All right. If you know anything about sports, I was all about sports when I was a kid, and so sports analogies come real easy to me. But practice was when we practice specific things over and over and over again to develop muscle memory, to develop reflexes, to develop a better understanding about how to react to things, so that when you get into game time, you're ready. All right? If you think sim trading is practice, you're wrong. Sim trading is game time. You're just not using real money. You need to be sim trading exactly how you would be trading with live money. All right, and for those of you that want charts, here's a chart, okay? I'm going to show you a couple of setups right there in front of you. There's a couple of trade setups right there. You'll notice, again, this is just for you folks that need your chart fix. We have a confluence of indicators right here suggesting that price is going to drop, and it does. Confluence of indicators right here that suggest price is going to drop, and it does. Hey, Daniel. Daniel Rowe. You guys need to all get to know Daniel Rowe, especially if you're a Bloodhound user. He is a great guy and a great system developer for Bloodhound. He develops all of our templates for us, which we do have templates, by the way. Daniel created us some very nice templates for Bloodhound. So if you guys know Bloodhound, you've used Bloodhound or at least done a trial on Bloodhound, then you can appreciate. And our system is custom made for Bloodhound. Or Bloodhound was custom made for our system. We actually have a product called Bunthound, and you can ask us more about that. Market Replay, NinjaTrader's Market Replay is a utility that allows you to practice the way professional athletes practice their profession. All right? And you can do it at any time, not during the trading session. You go away from the trading session. You set aside practice time. All right? Now, perhaps many of you know about this utility. This is a utility that we offer on our website. If you've used Market Replay in the past, but you decided downloading the data is too much trouble, I'm going to give you a free gift right here. Again, this is a clickable link right here. Click on this link, get this utility, and you can download as many days and as many instruments as you want on one click. All right, and it doesn't cost anything. It's free. Level 1 and Level 2 data. All right, it's free. Anything we can do to help you guys be more efficient using Market Replay data. All right. Make sure, I'll give you just a second. Everybody click on that, or maybe somebody can put a link in the chat, so I'll move on. I want to make sure everybody gets a chance to use that Market Replay. It has saved a lot of people a lot of time. Good, I'm glad you use it. I hope you find it helpful. Now, here's something else I want to make sure you all understand. I'm talking about NinjaTrader today, and I recommend they're our recommended broker, our recommended platform. Some of you may or may not have started using NinjaTrader yet, or bought a license for NinjaTrader yet. You know it's free, okay? NinjaTrader is free to use. It's the best charting platform that I know of. All you need to do is download it and use it. If you need data for certain instruments that you don't have, there's a nominal fee for data. It's cheap for what you get for the amount of work that you can do by using their charting. If you're trading with a different broker or a different platform, I recommend you move over to NinjaTrader. But if you insist on using a different broker and different platform, use NinjaTrader's charts. Use Market Replay. Far superior. Once you've done that for a while, I think you'll switch over to NinjaTrader anyway. But it's free to use. Don't say, well, I don't use NinjaTrader. I can't use your indicators. I can't use those charts. None of this makes any sense to me. I can't practice my trading at night because I don't use NinjaTrader. It's free. I'm always amazed at how many people say, well, I don't use NinjaTrader. You know, I use some other trading platform and some other charting. Why? It's free. Ninja's free. You can practice using Market Replay. All right, so here's something that we do that is really unique, and this is something that came to me accidentally. I recorded myself trading one day. I was recording something else accidentally, and the screen recorder was still on, and I looked back and I watched myself trading. And it occurred to me, you know what? I should record the entire trading day, all my charts, and then I have a reference where I can go and scroll through that trading day, 8 different instruments. We trade 8 different instruments in our trade room. I can, and that's it. That's it, but right there, by the way, our trade room. That's as big as it gets. You only need 8 charts to trade 8 instruments. I don't need 57 monitors to trade 8 instruments. I don't need all that other stuff anymore. What we do is so simple. 8 instruments on one monitor, 8 domes on the other monitor. That's it. That's all you need. Okay? So this is our trade room. This is a video of our trade room from beginning to end. You take that video and you just scroll through it. You find particular trade setups that you want to go practice. Okay? You write those down. Oh, I threw this in here because we're talking about the trade room at this point, and I want to see if people are paying attention instead of waiting till the end. We're giving you a free week in our trade room. The little thing I just showed you, the 8 charts, free week in our trade room. This is a live link right here. Also, that registration for this Saturday is a live link right here. There's a link in the chat. All right. Now, here's the thing about a 1 week in our trade room. We're going to give you 5 days. You do not have to start now, and they do not have to be consecutive. Okay? We're giving you 5 days, and if you want to start next month and do 1 day a month, fine. It's all automated, so we know when you check into the room, and it just ticks off a day every time you check in. All right? Come check us out and see if some of the stuff I'm not telling you isn't true. In fact, ask questions to our traders when you're there. There's about between 60 and 70 people there every day. All right. So take advantage of this free offer if you can. All right. Now, what we do is I've showed you the video. On the video, there's a clock. Oh, let me jump this. Sorry. This is actually where you're going to go, and you're going to use our downloader. You're going to download data for whatever days that you want to test based on the videos that you saw. Okay? Then you're going to load up that day in Market Replay. I'm going to show you all this. Then you're going to go to the clock on the video. And you're going to sync the time. If anybody's used Market Replay, there's a way to go right to the same time that's on our clock. Like if there's a trade set up on the video at 10:05:16 that you want to practice, and you've identified it, you don't want to sit through the entire trading session. You want to go right to that, and you want to practice that trade setup just like you would have if it was live. You go to the Market Replay, you set the time, you sync it with the clock, and now you can start them both at the same time. You start the video playing, you start the playback playing, the replay, and you're trading live with the trade room. You've got trading domes set up. You've got charts running. You've got me talking in the background, guiding you, maybe alerting you to a trade, telling you what I see, telling you what setups there are, why I will or won't trade it, or how I manage that trade. And you'll be trading right along with us, and you can do this late at night. Whenever you have set aside time to practice, you have got to schedule time to practice. If you don't schedule it, you won't do it. Everybody write that down. If you don't schedule it, you won't do it. You have got to schedule regular practice time. And I recommend, and I recommend that you do it daily. And you practice with intention, meaning you don't sit down each day and just go, oh, I think I'll do a little of this, do a little of that, and I'm going to add this kind of indicator here, and I'm going to. Next thing you know, you've fallen back into an old trap. You want to practice your plan. You want to practice your trades. You want to practice your setups, and only that. You're honing your skills for practice, right? You're not trying to create a new trading system. That's the whole thing. I love this one. I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. You take that trade setup and you do it over and over and over again, and you manage it on your trading dome, or if you use Chart Trader, you manage it. You do it over again and over again. Next time that thing sets up during live trading, you automatically react to it. You're unconsciously competent. You already know what to do. All right. Now, for those of the people that are part of our VIP program, we provide a potential trade setup report. This actually keeps you from having to scroll through the entire video to find trade setups. These are our trade setups for the week or every day. In fact, I update it in real time. Every time a trade setup shows up, I put it on here, and if you're looking at this report in real time, it updates in real time on the website. All right, and our VIPs get this, and they know at night, most of them or a lot of them come home at night after work or whatever. They set aside their practice time. They go through my list of potential trade setups, and those are the ones they practice. Okay, I don't recommend that's all they practice, but that gives you a great starting point for practicing. All right, now this is also a good way. If you've identified, again, this is a separate practice period, but if you've identified potential trade setups that you want to try, this is an excellent way to do it. Use the indicators. We have a whole trade room suite of indicators. Set them up and go through with the market replay and do them forward and backwards, okay, or fast and slow. All right. So I'm going to show you now our fast forward program. This is the program that teaches you everything I've talked about. It teaches you how to learn and gives you the tools to do it. Okay? It's not just I'm just not talking to you. It's actually a program that gives you the tools, including troubleshooting market replay. All right, let me make sure this works. I may have to log into the members area. And I can't see what you're seeing, so I'm going to assume. All right. Can you guys see that? Can you guys see a web page? I can't tell what you can see. No, you can't? Okay, hold on a second. Let me try it a different way. Let me go to desktop sharing. How about that? You see that okay? All right, good. All right, so this is our members area. All right, you have to be a member to come into this area, and there are a whole lot of utilities here available to our members, depending on what level of membership. We're talking about the Fast Forward program today. So we're going to go in and I'm going to click and we're going to look at the Fast Forward program. And these are the tools that are available for you for the Fast Forward program. These are tools that people use every day. We also have a training session on Tuesdays at 12:15 p.m. Eastern Time to help you. Oh, Connor says zoom out, but I can't. I can't. Oh, wait. There we go. Is that better? Is that easier to see? There we go. Is that better? Is that easier to see? Scroll down. Connor says scroll down. Connor's got me in the background. It's not scrolling. It's all the way down. Okay. All right. So if you go inside the program, you will see all of this information on how to practice your trading and how to get started. Practice part 1 and all of the things that you need to know to start learning how to practice. Most of us don't know how to practice. That's why we haven't done it. It's never occurred to us to practice. We still think that practicing is reading forums and downloading free indicators and trying this and trying that. That is not practice. Practice is when you have a defined edge from a trading system that has an edge, an obvious edge, that's one that's not too difficult to follow, and then you practice that edge every day over and over. And this is so we're giving you the tools and the procedures on how to go about practicing. We also have a set of videos to teach you all of the trade setups and all the other tools involved. All right, so this is not just saying, okay, here's a book or here's some videos that you can watch to become a better trader. Here's an indicator that you can use to become a better trader. This is where we actually step up and say, here's the hard work that you're going to need to do to be a better trader. All right? That's the key. If those of you that are listening to me now don't want to do the hard work of trading, that's fine. But it's more likely that you're approaching trading like a hobbyist, not like a professional. Those people that make a living at trading do the hard work, and it's not easy work. Now, here's the funny thing. Most of us are looking for the short way, the fast way, the quick way. You don't want to do all of this work because it takes too long. But I can promise you this is the fastest way to get where you want to be in your trading. All right? This is our Fast Forward program. We have a package. We'll talk about that on Saturday. That we're gonna offer you guys this weekend. For those people that come on Saturday, we're gonna have a discount on a pretty big discount. Lisa just shared that with me, and we're gonna have a pretty big discount on a package this weekend. So make sure you join us. Let me get back to my slideshow. All right, are we seeing the slideshow again? Is there a delay? Do we still? I see the slideshow. I want to make sure that's what you guys see. You see the fast forward? Okay. You know what? Let me show you something here. I'm going to go back to a different monitor. I queued up a trade after having reviewed a video. Okay, so I have a video of our trade room that I uploaded, I'm viewing, right? And I'm looking at the clock here, and so I queued up a trade that happens right about this time. So I'm just going to hit the play. Now, ideally, I'm going to have a trading dome here. All right. So for those of you chart junkies that want to see stuff, here's stuff. All right, lots of cool stuff going on this bar. We have a lot of stuff going on suggesting that price is about to pull back. Okay? Wait, what? Which screen? Oh. What am I projecting? Monitor. It says 3. Selected 3. Well, that's weird. It's showing a different monitor. All right, we're going to have to just try them all. All right, let's try region. Monitor's not working. Here, Yana, I told you I knew Obnovia inside and out, so we didn't have to do anything, right? There we go. All right. Thanks for hanging in there. All right, so we've got a trading dome. All right, now everything is paused, right? We've got a building of confluence of our indicators. This is a good sign. This is something that we look for. We have some velocity here. That's an indicator here. We have a speed tick here which suggests that the HFTs, the high frequency trading algorithms, are now in charge. They have taken control and they are pushing through orders really fast, much faster than retail, the average retail trader could, or a group of retail traders could be pushing orders through. We pick up the speed that these orders are going through and we say these are coming through so fast, it is highly unlikely that people are doing that. Now, why is that important? That's important to us because we know that right after these types of manipulations, something happens. Okay? So that's an important piece of information right here. This little arrow right here is a totally different piece of information. This piece of information suggests that the order flow has increased exponentially over the previous bars. It may not meet the threshold of an HFT, but it's high enough to expect that some exhaustion may be setting in. This indicator here, again, totally separate piece of information. You might have heard of volume spread analysis, and you may have seen entire trading systems based on volume spread analysis, where there's all kinds of lines and stuff all over the screens with lots of bars with lots of numbers on them, where different volume levels at each tick. You know, where there's all kinds of these volume spread analysis systems out there, and they're all very successful. We took it a little bit further. We actually probably took it too far because it looks so simple. I think some people kind of tend to discount it because it's so simple. We're doing all the work inside each bar, but until something important shows up, we don't put an indicator on there. As soon as the information that you need for making a trade decision that is apparent, is obvious. We're going to print this indicator on the current bar. This indicator is suggesting to us that the sellers now have taken a great interest. And so there's a lot of, even though there was a lot of buying volume initially, the selling volume increased dramatically during the course of this bar. That's what this volume spread analysis indicator is suggesting to us. There's a lot more to it than that, but that's the short version. Okay, so now right here, this is an incredibly important little black triangle. Again, there is a lot of very complex algorithms going on in the background to generate this little black diamond. This little black diamond is saying, even though price is pushing up, momentum has actually shifted down. Okay, this is called divergence. Many of you already know divergence, but you probably don't use it because it's terribly complicated to try to use. Excuse me. It can also be very confusing to try to use, and a lot of people will just give up on it. It is the most powerful tool there is, particularly when it's combined with order flow. All right, so we have a big push up here. We have our divergence signal at the open. Notice where that signal happened, at the open of this bar. If you've ever used a divergence indicator, it's very common that those symbols show up 3, 4, 5 bars late, all right, after the divergence has already occurred. This happens on the open of the current bar. This is suggesting price has run out of gas and momentum has shifted the other way, all right? So, we'd want to short this, and, this is just for fun here because I'm just throwing the orders on. But you would want to time and practice your entries here. All right, and this is our sweet spot. This is our edge. If we can all agree that all you need to be a winning trader is an edge. This is all I've ever heard. This is all I've ever read. And this is absolutely, with a small trading account, trading small contracts, this is absolutely the best way to make any progress. If you're trying to hit these 20, 30, 50, 60, 100 tick home runs with a single contract, if you have the emotional and financial ability to withstand the ups and downs of the markets to make that many ticks on a single contract, then good for you. I never did. And in my experience, most people can't. You have to be able to scale in and scale out of trades on these big long runners. If you can't, you need to pick up these sweet spots. You need to get in, get your money, put it in the bank, and wait for the next setup. That's the way we approach it at the Intentional Trader. Very relaxed trading. Okay? And we teach you, all of this is in that Fast Forward program. This is how you practice. This is what you practice. You will practice this over and over and over again until you become unconsciously competent. You can stare at 8 charts. Now, I do miss trades sometimes. It's a rare event that I miss a trade, but I will occasionally. But I can watch 8 instruments and trade them all because I've been doing it for so long and I've practiced. I've put in the time. I've put in the effort. And that's the fastest way to do it. I struggled for 7 years thinking I was looking for the fast way. And that didn't work. That cost me tens of thousands of dollars and 7 years of anguish and frustration. All right? Come visit with us on Saturday, and we'll show you how we trade this. And we're going to give you an opportunity to save a bunch of money on that. All right? Here's the link. If you haven't registered, please register. Yes, all of the indicators have alerts inside the indicator. David, that's an interesting question. David says, can you talk about your win percentage? I'm the moderator of the trade room. I've been trading this system for the way it exists now for 5 years. It was, it was a process. It was a building process. But we've been pretty consistent. We've added new indicators to make it better and easier to trade. I can tell you my winning percentage, but do you really want to know my winning percentage? If you're trying to learn how to, bat, yeah, I can tell you it's like 84%, 85%. But I mean, why would you expect me? Why would you expect to have my winning percentage if you're brand new? Ask some of our other traders in the room here. I don't know how many there are. I haven't looked at the list. You can ask them. Ask them on Saturday. We're going to invite a bunch of our traders on Saturday. I'm having reported back to me about 80%. Of course it's profitable. We've been doing it for years. I have the same 70 people show up in the trade room every day for 5 years. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't be coming if it wasn't profitable. In the trade room, we trade currently. One of these is we're going to swap out relatively soon. The ES, the YM, the NQ, the DAX, the NG, natural gas, that's the one we're probably going to swap out for the Euro, and the TF, and then my two favorites are gold and oil. We trade all of them. You're right. Winning percentage has nothing to do with profitability. Nah, ZB is too slow. I used to love the ZB. Used to love to trade the ZB. It's too slow. Between 8:30 and noon on a typical day, I will take on average about 5 trades. Some days 0, some days 9 or 10. But on average about 5 trades. There are people in the room that have a different risk profile than I do, different risk tolerance. They adjust their setups just slightly, and maybe we'll take 10 to 15 trades a day. There are some people that are very conservative. They only want to take 1 or 2 trades a day. Yeah, that wouldn't make any sense, David. But then again, you're asking the guy that runs the trade room that sells the indicators that So my answer, I'm an honest guy, but how do you know that? If I were you, I would ask Lisa for a list of our traders. We have a reference list that's a mile long. Ask them. Those are the people you want to compare yourself to. I win a lot of trades, and I call out my trades ahead of time in the trade room, David. I don't. I don't. Oh yeah, Connor. That's right. You might find this interesting. Let me put this up there. Oh shoot. I was gonna. We have a video. Actually, Connor, just go ahead and put the video up there, and they can watch. Oh wait, here it is. YouTube. Let's see if we can. If I can get this to. That's the right one. Let me see if I can get this to play. This is our trade of the day. Everybody see that? This was a couple of days ago. When was this? Yesterday? Day before yesterday? And I'm watching the YM and the TF. We've got a speed flash on the TF, so I'm short the TF. That's me talking on the video in the trade room. Again, I'm just looking for the sweet spot. All right, there's +5 on that TF. Now, see if I can move this forward a little bit.
There's not a lot of really good momentum here. So this was not one of the best FTs, the big boys, the smart money. And then
this is the setup I just told you guys about.
The open of the next bar,
same
which
setup.
Suggests that even though price was moving up, momentum
there's
had
another
already
trade setup
started to change.
Minutes later after that.
Price, high velocity, and a lot of confluence here suggesting a pullback. We've got a speed tick, a ricochet, a pullback alert, a major line of resistance, a new high, and it opened under this line of resistance, which gave us a safety net to help us in the event that that trade went against us.
All right, I've run out of time. I ran us right up to the last minute, and I want to thank. All right, I've run out of time. I ran us right up to the last minute, and I want to thank everybody at Trading Pub and Yana and Raleigh and everybody else for putting this together. And if you have any questions, come visit with us. Sign up for our event, and also sign up for our free 1-week trial, and to come hang out with us in the trading room. I enjoyed getting to talk with you guys today, and I hope we get to see you all real soon.